Hey everyone, welcome back to COYS and Kin. I'm Siddhu,
And I'm Anand.
and we're a father-son duo who live and breathe Tottenham Hotspur. Each match week, we dive into all things Spurs in their 2025-2026 Champions League run. The matches, the players, the highs.
And the lows.
So whether you're here for analysis banter or just to share the Spurs passion, come on you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Today we're talking about the match Tottenham versus Frankfurt that happened on January 28th. The match ended 2-0 with a goal from Randall Colomwani and a goal from Dominic Solanke. I don't know when the last time one of our strikers has scored a goal, let alone both of our strikers. But what was your overall impression of the match?
Yeah, I thought, first of all, it was so great to see Randall score a goal.
Yeah.
And he almost had an assist. And,
Mhm.
it seemed as though because he was playing against his old team, that he started playing a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
But I thought in the overall assessment of the goal, I thought this was one of the best games they have played
Right.
because there was a certain fluidity in the game. There was also a fair amount of, I would say, innovative playing.
Hmm.
So, for example, Frank had set up the team to play three at the back with
Hmm.
Polinia as the
Right.
right back and Danso as the left back and Romero at the center. But I don't know what happened. I think he thinks, okay, Romero has to go up a lot. And
Yeah.
so Romero went up a lot and he
Yeah.
managed to move things fairly dynamically, right? And then I also thought that Odobea was pretty good. He
Yeah.
really deserved a goal.
Right.
And of course, every time I see this guy, I think, man, I really hope England picks him. I thought Jed
That's
Spence was
sense.
really, really good.
I mean,
And on the
this
right side,
right,
his footwork is unbelievable. I mean,
right.
there
He
were two
because on the
times I
right side
believe.
he can actually hug the line in a way that he can't on the left.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
so
and also he's confident. So he couple of times he got out of difficulty by playing.
yeah,
Dribbling better than Xavi actually.
yeah,
And
for sure.
so
Hmm.
I thought, yeah. So I thought overall this was a pretty good game.
Yeah.
And honestly, the only thing is, I still thought the two goals, especially Solanke's goal, was a giveaway by Frankfurt.
Oh, it
Okay,
was 100%.
so I think we should not just celebrate. I think our center forwards need to be a little bit better.
Well, there's a couple of things, right? I think you've touched on a lot of things. One is I think the wingback system actually might be the best path forward for us because given the number of injuries we have in the midfield, actually, that having this kind of flexible wingback system right now, where you have Archie Gray and Sar as the only two senior, well, obviously we have Polinia too, but two number eight sort of progressive carriers of the ball in the midfield actually suits us very well when we don't have someone who is going to be able to, um, be behind them as a number six that we actually want on the ball. Meanwhile, with having this back three system, the kind of innovative thing that I think that he's doing is that he's saying, okay, when you have center backs, each of them actually had a moment where they each moved forward and the other two stayed back and one of the midfielders dropped back to keep this back three. I think that when you do that, it's really tough for the other team to know, okay, should the center forward now be dropping all the way back with Romero to also defend Romero, or how do you defend in those situations? Because a lot of teams are man for man defending now, and so it's really hard to defend center backs who move forward. Um, the other thing that I'll say is that it's funny that Odebear, I think, is looking much better on the right side than on the left side. And I think that's because Odebear is a left-footed kicker, right? His strong foot is his left foot. So now, instead of riding the side and trying to do crosses, just spamming crosses into the box, he can actually cut in and shoot at the goal from his left foot, which is something we have not been seeing a lot that much. So
Right. I think he seemed two-footed actually. The
yeah,
goal that almost went in,
yeah,
that save was well, he kicked on it with his right
he
foot,
did kick with
right?
his right foot. Yeah,
Yeah. So I think yeah, he's playing. He needs a goal because I think he has done a fairly good job in terms of football. Just that he has not still been rewarded with a goal, right? So
yeah,
that's yeah. So you're right, actually. I was thinking the same thing. I wrote down a note saying that maybe this three at the back is what, with wing backs, is what works for Frank,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
It gives, allows a couple of things. One is it allows Romero then to do whatever he can do. And I don't know whether you know this, Romero has scored or assisted a goal in every one of the last five Champions League
Yeah,
games,
right, right.
right? And so he is a real threat,
Hmm.
in the middle and up front. So the three in the back, as you said,
Let me say one
allows
quick, yeah,
Romero to do a bunch of things. The second thing is, I don't know whether you agree with me on this.
yeah.
I don't think Danso is that good. So when VDV, Van de Ven comes back, I'm wondering whether he should play Polina as right back because Polina is pretty bad at really.
Polina would be bad as one of the number eights in the system, 100%.
Yeah, he's bad as number
Yeah.
eight, and as number six also, he's not doing enough progressive passing and things like that. So I think if he's at the back, then he also gets. I mean, in most games, unless the other team is really pressing, he has also a much more of a aerial view of the
Yeah.
whole.
Hmm.
He will be able to pass better,
I bet he,
and
yeah, why not? He should be a good,
yeah.
he should be a good center back. The
Yeah,
only,
so maybe he should play back, Van de Ven left back, and let Romero be in the middle doing what he does.
yeah,
Okay,
I
so
mean,
that might be,
obviously we also actually have Dragushin, right?
yeah,
Who's not
yeah,
in the
but that,
Champions League squad, but Dragushin as a right back and a back three, I think has always kind of been something that has excited the people because that's what in Genoa I think they were playing with a back three system. I don't know about Romania, but definitely Genoa when we got
right.
him. So it's possible that even Dragushin could be good in the system.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. So it doesn't have to be Palinia, it could be Dragushin as well. What did you think of Sa coming back?
Star and Gray, I think both are interesting figures right now because we don't do much progression through the middle of the pitch still. And so they're kind of a little bit lost at times. I do think
Right.
Sar, you can tell that he and Gray both have an eye for goal. And I think
Yeah.
If Sar had a couple more minutes under his legs, he can shoot from outside the box. And I think
Right.
last year, his goal against Man City in the FA Cup, if I don't know if you remember this, we had a corner kick and it came to Sar on the edge of the box and he curved it around players. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
my
Best goal, one of the
yeah,
best goals of last season. Yeah.
exactly. And so he had one shot on goal that he tried to curve it, but it was a little too straight. And I know that if he was a bit more match fit and had a bit more minutes under his legs,
Right.
I do think that he would come true. And
Yeah, so I have this pet thing I talk about, which is an X
yeah,
factor, right?
yeah,
So I felt the SARS started a bit slow, and he had a couple of errant passes and things like that. But then as the match went on, he got better and better.
yeah,
And you're right, actually. You remember Brendan Johnson running into goal last year,
yeah.
and Saar did that
Star,
several times.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was in the box at opportune places and good spaces to score. So I think we should. I don't know, for some reason Senegal didn't play him much. Okay,
Yeah,
and
and then
so
he got poisoned or something in the last match. We
and
have
he
no
got sick in the last match. Yeah, but But
Yeah.
I really think that he is a pretty good player actually.
Yeah.
So and
Yeah.
he has that X factor. That is
Yeah.
that he has a nose for goal.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, another guy who has nose for goal is
Conor
Polina.
Gallagher. Oh,
No,
oh, oh.
Polina.
Sure. Yeah.
Gallagher hasn't said that done anything for us yet.
Fine.
But Polina has nose for goal.
Yeah.
But then the fans and you and I agree also that as a midfielder, oh my God, we want him out because
Yeah.
he simply doesn't know how to pass, except across the field.
Yeah.
So, but he scores goals and he has a nose for goal. And I would say, if you look at the highlight reels of this year, he probably has two of the highlights. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be, but I don't think he's going to stay, right? What do you think?
Oh, well, here's the thing. Polina is a good option to have on the bench to shore up a win. If you're up a certain number of goals, then bring on Polina as the number six to just kill people in the middle of the park and then shut down a game. But do
Yeah.
we need someone like that? I mean, we need, unfortunately, it seems like Real Madrid want Adam Wharton. So I think that it's a player
Real
like
Madrid want to?
Adam Wharton.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the dream of Adam Wharton
So,
might be dead in the water already, but we
right.
obviously need a progressive ball playing number six. You know,
Yeah.
maybe Rodri is washed up enough at Man City that we could get Rodri and push him back up to snuff or something. But someone like that. I mean, obviously there's Ruben Neves. There's so many number sixes out there that do exactly what we need. That Polina would only be a good bench option as a person to come on just to shore up a victory.
Right. So we have Palina is on loan, right? He's not on a
Polina's on
permanent thing.
loan, yeah, yeah.
But I still think that this guy should play Tell more. Obviously, he doesn't play in the Champions League, but I hope the weekend game,
Yeah.
he's going to bring Tell in. I mean, there is a possibility that Tell as left wing and Odobea as right wing, they
Mhm.
might sparkle. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I guess it's complicated now. If we continue with this back three system, right? This, you know, he's doing a back three system that instead of two wingers, you're doing two number tens, which is a more attack minded, a wing back system than And I'm wearing a Conte era Spurs jersey, but Conte was much more defensive, counter-attacking wing back system. But you
Right.
have two of the best attacking wing back systems of the last couple of years are which two teams would you say?
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. It may have been Crystal Palace
I
or
would
something.
say Crystal Palace under Oliver Glasner at their
Yeah,
heights last year,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But the best team and is Bayer Leverkusen, of course, under Xabi Alonso, the best
Right, right,
attacking midfield team. And so,
right.
you know, if Frank starts setting us up for an attacking midfield system and we fire him anyway at the end of the season, at least we're kind of well set up for two of the best current current coaches to kind of come in and take the
So
reins.
you're attacking meaning that Udogi on the left and Spence on the right.
No, attacking meaning that instead of wingers, you play with two
Right,
number 10s. So you have a
yeah,
box in the midfield, and
right,
the wingers, the wing backs are keeping the width. Because Conte's
right. Who
system,
will be our wing backs?
so the
Will
wing
be
backs would be Udogi on the left and
yeah,
Spence or Porro on the right. I mean, Porro as a wing back, complicated, but and then the other thing I think is that, okay, now we're getting a little bit off topic from the match, but I think
yeah.
if we sell Van der Ven this summer to Real Madrid, 85, 90 million euros, whatever, we should
To
get,
Barcelona.
well, okay, maybe to Barcelona, hopefully, but Barcelona can't afford that type of money. We should get two people to replace him, both from Bayer Leverkusen, which are your favorite Tapsoba. And
Yeah,
if you've been watching over the last couple of years, the best player at Bayer Leverkusen right now is Alex Grimaldo, who is their
yeah.
left wing back.
Mm.
And I think that Alex Grimaldo would be a really good option on the left wing back, Tapsoba as the left back. I think that with that system, once we get two of those players, you can say, hey, Zabi Alonso,
All right. Let's go back to the game.
Okay,
Okay,
back to
let's
the
go back to the
game.
game. I must tell you, I must tell you, I think biggest thing is a goalkeeper because even this game,
Yeah.
although the game was good and people, the team seemed to settle down and play well. Of course, one thing is that there is an optimism from the Champions League, which I think is a little bit makes me nervous because we did not play very tough teams. Okay,
We
I mean.
objectively played the worst teams, actually. We played the
No, no.
teams.
I mean, Dortmund is very, very good. I mean,
No,
they're
but
number
there's
three in
some
the
stat
Bundesliga.
there's some
Yeah,
stat that basically says that out of all the teams that Spurs played
yeah,
cumulatively have the least amount of points, if you know.
yeah,
So
yeah. Perhaps. So we are lucky in the sense that our draw was good,
yeah.
right? But even in this game, I still every time Vicario gets the ball, he looks like a deer caught in the headlights.
Yeah, yeah.
I somehow get very nervous. There's once these guys had a break, and he just simply kicked the ball a little bit, as the commentator said. If it was 3 inches lower, it would have been a goal.
Yeah, 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 right.
Vicario didn't know. I mean,
If you should
at
come
this
out or
stage,
yeah.
yeah, he should have known either go in front, go forward and try to stop the kick, or go back and try to stop, palm the ball. He didn't know what to do. So he was like, if you go back and look at the replay, you'll see he was having a little waltz in front of the goal. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
not
He's
knowing what to do.
well,
And
yeah.
it's just pretty bad. So I hope that in the summer transfer window, they go and get
Yeah.
a really good goalkeeper.
There's
Uh,
talk that we might get Roma's goalkeeper is this guy named Miles Filar, and he is
yeah,
actually the currently the leading the Golden Glove in Serie A, and
I see.
Inter want to get Vicario actually. So
Really?
yeah, so
Okay.
there's a chance that we might. We were already actually in talks with trying to get this guy Miles Svilar from Roma. So
Okay, I don't know enough to say anything
yeah,
intelligent about it.
I don't watch Roma ever, but yeah, that's a
Yeah.
possibility.
So yeah. So anything else? I mean, the one problem also I noticed is that Xavi had Simons
Yeah,
had a pretty good goal very early in the game,
yeah, yeah,
right? And the one thing that again they need training. I mean, this is the thing. I don't know whether Frank is training up these guys or not, or they think they're too good for Frank. Udogi was offside,
yeah.
okay, which was a big mistake, right? Because if you look at the game again, you'll see there were two Spurs players because they had gone hard,
Yeah.
forward, and two of the players they kind of got out of the play and they went into the goal. So Jet Spence was one of them. I don't remember who the other one was. So they were not offside technically because they were not
Oh,
interfering.
I actually didn't fully understand what the offside call was
Yeah,
about.
yeah. But Udogi
Yeah,
should have gone with them into the goal. So, in other words, he would not be in the line of sight of the
yeah, yeah.
goalkeeper. But instead, he kind of stopped. So, I was thinking, uh,
Interesting. Okay.
he does have a problem when he gets to the goal mouth.
Hmm.
Okay. Because when he was playing at Udinese, he used to actually score goals. He
Right.
used to come in, score goals. In fact, he had most number of goals from the backs, right? But for some reason, when he gets into the penalty box, not the penalty box, into the box, yeah, with Spurs, he's not sure what to do actually.
Yeah.
So he was not sure what to do. So he should have not gone in, or he should have gone in all the way,
Right.
right? And instead, he was kind of at the same level as with Simmons, and so they disallowed the goal, which is unfortunate. It was a fantastic goal. It was a
Yeah.
really
Right.
good
Right. I know.
play and a really good goal, and so again, there's obviously Udogi is
I
also
think
very
it's
young, so he needs some training up.
yeah. I mean, I don't think. I don't think Frank is teaching any of our players how to actually score goals right now, which is the biggest issue with Frank. I think that he's trying to convince all the players how to create XG. He's not telling people to actually shoot on goal.
Uh,
So that's the biggest
and
issue.
conversely, of course, in spite of what I said earlier, Solanke's goal showed that he's got a
Yeah,
touchback.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he's
I
got
think
the
this is
touchback because
his best finish for
yeah,
Spurs. Yeah.
yeah, very nice actually. It was like it almost brought back memories of Kane,
Yeah,
Harry Kane.
I wouldn't not say that for sure. I think this is
Yeah.
his best goal from just a finishing perspective, definitely.
So anyway, so anything else?
Yeah, there, I mean, maybe one more point to bring up. So it seems like Kolomwani only scores against his old clubs. Do you think that if Spurs went for Mateta, is he a better option than Kolomwani right now?
I'm not a big fan of Mateta. Maybe I'm prejudiced by my friends at Crystal Palace because I've seen when I was in London, I saw a few games at the Crystal Palace Stadium,
Right.
and Mateta came off the bench. And
Yeah.
whenever he came off the bench, the Crystal Palace fans would groan. It's like, oh no, we are not going to win this game if they were behind.
Right.
Oh no, we are going to lose this game if they were in front. Because he had a reputation for doing what Kolo Muani does, which is getting in front of the goal and then kicking the ball way over the goal posts or way on the side of the goal post. And he was very bad at finishing.
Yeah.
But when he played last year, with because they had SA and
Ismail Sarr, I think.
and at one point they had Olise as well,
Oh yeah.
and then he suddenly became a
Hmm.
guy who scores goals. So I don't know I don't think if it was a loan or something perhaps, but at this stage I don't know why we would go for a loan and a loan and a loan.
Yeah.
I really think that we should simply get two excellent players and pay a lot of money rather than getting five young players
Yeah.
and
Well,
spending the same amount of money. I mean,
you should be the sporting
Spurs,
director probably then.
yeah, but look at Spurs, right? They are cheap, 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 but they still have, they have the sixth or seventh highest payroll,
Yeah.
and they have spent fifth or sixth or some. I mean, their transfer money has been a lot. They've spent a lot of money, but their strategy is get 20-year-olds and let's hope they really do well. And then the 20-year-old doesn't do it so well for the first few games, and the coaches never play them.
Yeah.
So I know it's a bad strategy. So I rather they spend lots of money on two players, two good, really good players, okay, and be done with it. So I don't know. That's what I feel. I mean, we know where our pressing needs are, and the pressing needs are we need a really good number six.
Yeah. Yep.
I think our wing backs or our pullbacks are pretty good. There's no reason to add anything there, but that's what they're doing now. They're adding to the left back, and they're adding to the. I mean,
Well,
it's
we need
it's
one more left back probably so that Spence can, because Spence is better on the right than the left, 100%. So we need
yeah, absolutely. So
one.
one left back, fine, okay, but anyway, that's my view. So I
Yeah.
think getting Mateta, what do we get? We get an old guy who cannot score, who may not be able to score goals.
Yeah, Mateta
Yeah,
is younger than he seems because he's just been around for a while. But either way,
yeah.
if we get Glasner and Mateta, who's to say?
Yeah, I know. So anyway, all right. So good to see Spurs win again. Good to see that they are number 4 in the Champions League table.
Yep.
Let's hope their next opponent is also going to not overwhelm us, and that we'll keep this journey going.
Yeah, and if it's I think we find out on Friday what the actual possible path will be, and I think that the last thing I'll say is if somehow Juventus is in that path, I think then we should keep Colomwani, and Juventus is not in the path, we should get rid of Colomwani.
But Juventus was not in the top 8, right?
Right. So we would only
They
play
have to do a
them
playoff.
in the
Yeah.
next, yeah, in yeah.
Yeah, and oh, I hope that in spite of all the predictions of the pundits, that February will be a good month for us.
Yeah. Back three and 12 points. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right.
All right.
So come on, you
Come
Spurs.
on, you Spurs.